So I have all of these ambitions, all of these dreams, and I know that one of the ways that I'm going to get there is by doing good habits. It's by meditating, it's by reading, it's by learning, it's by going outside and going to the gym. It's by doing all of these really hard things that I know are going to propel me to success. However, I can't stick to them. I meditate for one day, but then I don't meditate for the rest of the week. I play video games all day, but don't read a single book. Like, why is it that I'm struggling so much to actually do good habits? Like, I feel this pain in me knowing that I could have made so much progress today had I done good habits, but instead I chose to waste my life in front of a screen. And so today I want to share with you like some tips as to how to stick to good habits. I'm just going to throw out a bunch of tactics and techniques, and you can choose which one you want to implement. So number one is habit stacking. So habit stacking is simply the act of literally stacking your habits. You do one habit after the other, and so this enables you to take that good energy you had from the first habit to the second habit to the fourth to the fifth, and then suddenly you're doing a chain of good habits without even you knowing it, and that is making you so much better. So for example, a simple thing you can do is wake up, make your bed, and gratitude journal. So making your bed, like the habit of making your bed, transitions into gratitude journaling. So when you're done making your bed, your brain isn't like, oh, let me go scroll. No, it's like, oh, gratitude journaling, because you've practiced the act of going from making your bed to gratitude journaling, and you can literally implement that with any good habit. So another example, brush your teeth, skincare routine, and cold shower, right? Like, you can combine these. For example, when you're in the bathroom, you can combine a bunch of good habits. Like in the morning, I take a cold shower, brush my teeth, put on my contacts, skincare routine. Like all of these habits, I habit stack because like I'm in the same room and they're all good habits. And so start to see what habits you can mesh together and what habits you can actually kind of create. So one that I found to be useful in a book is like after you've had breakfast or after you've eaten, like do 1 minute of meditation. Like if you want to build the skill of meditation and the habit of meditation, simply meditate after a regular habit that you're doing. So for example, if you drink coffee, when you drink coffee in the morning, I want you to meditate for 1 minute. And drinking coffee will turn into that like 1 minute meditation session. And then when you're meditating 1 minute for every single day, you're like, oh, might as well meditate for like 30 minutes. And then like suddenly, like after 10 years, you're meditating like an hour every day, and your life has improved tremendously simply because you've started to meditate for 1 minute after your coffee break. The second thing is routine. So what I want you to do before you go to bed today is to create the perfect day, like what the perfect day will look like for you tomorrow, and to try your best to stick to that, because when you do, you will feel absolutely incredible. So simply like literally lay out in blocks like 6 to 7, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, lay those out and like meticulously detail what it is you will be doing in those time blocks. Be like, all right, 8 to 8:10, I'm gonna meditate for 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna go read, and then I'm gonna go outside. Like meticulously planning it like that, even though you might not stick to that, but planning makes taking action a lot better, but you have to take action on it in order for it to actually work. So I want you to create an optimal routine in your head and to try to stick to it as best as possible. And in that routine, make sure to implement as many good habits as possible. And linking to that is a dopamine detox. When you do a dopamine detox, you can actually stick to that routine because you've cut out all of the cheap dopamines and all of the bad habits that actually make doing the good habits very hard. So when you cut out bad habits, when you cut out cheap dopamine sources, you actually make the good habits, the low dopamine activities, feel a lot better. So try to get on a dopamine detox, but please don't do like a 24-hour dopamine detox. Like what I recommend doing is literally to live your life in the dopamine detox. So like just cut out the bad habits and just never do bad habits again, right? Like I'm at the point where I just don't listen to music. Like maybe I'll listen to music before games, but like when you cut dopamine sources like to that level, like I love recording these videos and I love working hard, I love like making the course, and I love doing good habits because I've cut out the cheap dopamine sources that stopped me from doing the good habits. And once again, linking to dopamine detoxing is to improve your mental health. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that a person who is mentally healthy doesn't want to improve themselves and hates doing bad habits? Do you think that they hate working hard and they hate doing things that they know will get them to their goal? No. A mentally healthy person, they don't need external sources of like junk food and video games in order to improve themselves, because they're already in this, like they've already filled up the hole, and the hole doesn't need to be filled with like junk food and more chips and video games. So improve your mental health. Quick rundown as to how to improve your mental health. Gratitude journaling. So simply write out 5 things for which you're grateful every single day. Meditation develops mindfulness, which is probably the single greatest skill to have out there. Go outside more. Your circadian rhythm is fucked up. I made a video about that. So get more sunlight in, extremely important. When you start to improve your mental health, you will see you simply feel good. And when you feel good, you want to do more things that make you feel good. And you want to avoid, like, when you're doing bad habits, you just feel this nagging pain that, like, wait, like, I could probably be meditating right now. But when you improve your mental health, that pain goes away because you're doing the good habits. And last two things that I want to leave you with is purpose. So purpose is I find to be extremely important when it comes to good habits, and I actually haven't found people who relate purpose to good habits. But I believe that the less purposeful you are, the less good habits you want to do. Like, when you're purposeful and you have this mission, that you're looking at this goal, this mission, and when you always keep that purpose in mind, when you stay purposeful, well, it makes doing good habits much easier because you're always keeping in mind the why of your actions. And so simply, like, to find your purpose, I'm not going to go into find a purpose, but so if you have goals, if you have any goals, I want you to repeat those goals in your mind as much as possible, because not only will your brain, like, when you repeat something over and over again, your brain is like a cassette tape, so it'll start to repeat that thing over and over again. But when you think of something a lot, like, your brain starts to think of ideas, like, for that thing. And because, like, for example, me, I'm always thinking about the YouTube channel and how can I grow more, and so my brain just pumps out idea after idea after idea, and that's why, like, I can do so many good habits and I can work very hard. And the last thing to do more good habits is to just do them. Simply as that, just do them. Turn your brain off and go do them. Like you don't need to wait for the perfect moment, the perfect thing to be like, no, but I need to do this thing and I need to do that thing. No, just fucking turn your brain off and go do them. Like, just I know this is kind of weird, but last piece of advice, like, when you don't feel like doing something, doesn't mean that you can't do that thing. Like, you not feeling motivated doesn't mean you can't do that thing. Like, just do it. Nike logo. Alright, hope this helped you, and I cannot wait to see the progress that you make. Cheers, bro.